Okay, we're back. I'm gonna play a song because I got other stuff going on. It's Sunday, y'all. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play a song for y'all while y'all waiting.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, Yahweh bless this mic. Bless my hands. The engineer. You feel me? Well, it's a PSA. I mean, if you ain't praying to Yahweh, get out the way. You can't be in my circle, man. You're not praising your creator. I don't care who you is. My wife, my mother, my sister, my brother, my son. I don't care. My father, my cousin, feel me? My uncles, whoever. Yeah.
Okay, and and we're back. So, like I said, when I thought I was actually streaming, I got other stuff going on. It's Sunday, so I'm gonna go ahead and play a song for y'all while y'all waiting. All right.
Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah, Yahweh bless this mic. Bless my hands. The engineer. You feel me? Well, it's a PSA. I mean, if you ain't praying to Yahweh, get out the way. You can't be in my circle, man. You're not praising your creator. I don't care who you is. My wife, my mother, my sister, my brother, my son. I don't care. My father, my cousin, feel me? My uncles, whoever. Feel me? Let's go. I'ma stand for Yahweh cause he blessed me to stand. I'ma fight for Yahweh, he put fight in my hands. And I'ma dance for Yahweh cause he blessed me to dance. And I'ma speak out for Yahweh as much as I can. Who gon' stand up for Yahweh? The mighty. I'm gon' stand up for Yahweh. The most high. Who gon' speak out for Yahweh? My maker gon' speak out for Yahweh. My savior. I'm getting stronger for my Yah, I feel it in my spirit. If you not speaking out for Yah, I don't wanna hear it. Listen to these lyrics. You say you real? Yahweh is the realest. The wickedness, I'ma kill it. The truth, I'ma spill it. Whether or not they get it. Listen. Who gon' speak out for Yahweh? King of Kings. I'm gon' speak out for Yahweh. The Lord of Lords. Gon' represent for Yahweh. God of gods. Gon' represent for Yahweh. The mighty Yah. Who gonna keep the laws of Yahweh? The Most High. Will keep the laws of Yahweh. The Creator. Who gon' tear down the lies for Yahweh? My maker. Will testify for Yahweh. My savior. Listen. The wicked man don't even know the times we in. Why they try to stretch it out just like a rubber band? Try to comprehend the things you don't understand. If you not serving Yahweh, then we cannot be friends. I'ma serve Yahweh until the very end. So that's why I really don't have a lot of friends. Cause they know I praise Yahweh, who is the judge. You ain't praising Yahweh, you can't roll with us. Only man that I fear is the man above. I don't hate my brother, I won't hold a grudge. Stand boldly for God, man, I won't budge. Just like Joshua, and like Caleb, I'ma walk with Yahweh till I'm in the dust. I show out for Yahweh, who created us, the one who saved us out of Egypt, the one who will save us of America, the one who scattered us, he will gather us. Yahweh set us down, but he will set us up. Wanna know about the law? Turn to Exodus. I don't care if you's a Muslim or a Methodist. Gotta keep the law of Yah, don't be treacherous. Before Yahweh curse you white like a leprous. As for Europeans, yeah, they know what's up. They know we going home, so they wanna slow us up. Tell them get out the way, better not hold us up. I can't wait to see they face when we rolling up. Give us everything back that you stole from us. The only way you can live is if you serving us. The wicked gon' be sick, I can see them throwing up. They hate to know that he chosen us. Yahweh's elite. You better not touch. Only the humble and the meek, they can come with us. And if we make it home, bet you'll be turning up. Bet you'll be turning up. If we make it home, bet you'll be turning up. Bet you'll be turning up. And if we make it home, bet you'll be turning up. Who gon' speak out for Yahweh? King of Kings. I'm gon' speak out for Yahweh. The Lord of Lords. Gon' represent for Yahweh. God of gods. Gon' represent for Yahweh. The mighty Yah. Who gonna keep the laws of Yahweh? The Most High. Will keep the laws of Yahweh. The Creator. Who gon' tear down the lies for Yahweh? My Maker. I will testify for Yahweh. My Savior. For Yahweh. For Yahweh. For Yahweh. For Yahweh.
All right. All right. All right. Welcome back. I just had to cut the other stream because I wasn't sure if my audio was back up. Um. Anywho. Anyways, praise Yah, right? Again, I was sending a message out there to all the wicked folks, right? Um. So yeah, that's how you can. I was talking about how you can tell who the wicked is. Like it's always gonna rear its ugly head. You're always gonna see those demon horns pop out of their skull because they can't contain it. So there's nothing crafty about your counsel, honestly, in the end. I mean, it used to work, but it's an old game that's been played so long that it's played out now. Like being wicked is played out. Like who would have thunk it? Who would have thought that we'd ever see that day when wickedness was played out? It's like, okay, yeah, that's the game you playing? Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. That same old dirty little trick, huh? Gotcha. So yes, um, deceitful works are in the hands of the wicked. It's always going to come into fruition what they do. And I'm not even talking to everyone. I'm talking to people as individuals because that's how you deal with the wicked individually, right? It's not about other people when you're dealing with the wicked. It's one on one. You understand? It's one on one. So you know when someone's wicked. You know not to trust anybody because you know uh, the closer you get, unless you're ready to see them horns come out. And I don't mean in a way that you should be afraid. I'm saying you want to deal with all of that, inconvenience yourself in your life because they're just obstacles. That's what the wicked are. They're just obstacles that you have to learn to get over. That's all. Know when you spot it, know how to spot it, and get over it. Isn't that what the wicked say? They tell you to get over it. Why don't you just get over it? Yeah, I'm gonna get over it. That wicked old obstacle in my way. I'm definitely gonna get over it. Promise you that. So, verse Proverbs, or actually, let's go to, yeah, let's go to Proverbs chapter 10. The proverb right before 11, right? Let's go to verse 28. So you can call me a hater. You can call me a hater. I'm hating on the wicked. I'm hating on the wicked. Well, then you're going to have to call the Most High a hater too because the Most High hates you just as much. As a matter of fact, the Most High hates you way more than I ever could. You understand? So the Most High says in Proverbs chapter 10, verse 28, the hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. It's going to perish. And of course, the Most High doesn't delight in, he doesn't get anything out of ending your life because the Most High created you. That's how minor you are, right? The Most High doesn't have any delight in your death. As a matter of fact, he'd rather you just turn around and do the right thing. But if you won't turn around and do the right thing, well, then you're a nuisance and you're going to have to go. And it just is what it is. It's not anything to celebrate. It's not even really anything to acknowledge that much, to be honest. It's an obstacle. Just like I said, it's just an obstacle. And it's going to get knocked out of the way. If you don't get with the Most High's program, this old kingdom is leaving. And there's no one out there, there's no prophet, anyone who calls themselves a prophet or a prophetess, that can save you. No one can save you. It doesn't matter if you know the future or not. Do you know your future? Do you know your latter end? Don't worry about the future of the earth. Worry about your future, right? Individually, that's where you should start. I'm a wicked person. I need to worry about my own future. And by no means am I at all a holy person. I don't consider myself holy at all. I'm not anything. Do you understand? Until the Most High names me, I am nothing. So, of course, I have to work on myself as well. I'm still working on myself. All of us have to work on ourselves. But when you're wicked, you know it. Everyone knows who the wicked is. And we got to stop acting like we don't and just ignoring it and giving it all these excuses and putting a mental diagnosis on it. I mean, you have psychiatrists out there, psychologists out there who study wickedness. They study perverse ways. And they put a pretty little name on it. And they say, "Oh, well, uh hold on a second. Hold on." Anyways, um they put a pretty little name on there and they say, "Well, this is this. This is schizophrenia. This is bipolar. This is uh, uh, psychopath or sociopath or whatever," right? And they put all these pretty little names. Man puts these pretty little names on wickedness. Now, don't get me wrong, there are people out there that have mental defects. Mental defects are a real thing. And you can have mental defects and be wicked at the same time. You understand? But you can also be wicked without having all the mental defects. Wickedness is simply the choice to harm other people and the choice to go against the Elohim. It's the choice to be as rebellious as possible. That's wickedness. So you see why you're not really a factor, an important factor, I should say, because you're just someone who refuses to do the right thing. That is wicked. You refuse. Everything Anyways, yes, the wicked. It's easy to identify them. Their what's it say? Their expectation shall perish. Right. So they expect that things will turn around for them, but that's not the case. Things are not going to turn around for the wicked unless they decide to turn away from wickedness, right? And that's just how that goes. Verse 7. So the memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot. So even your name is going to rot, right along with all those worms that are going to be inside of you. Your name will rot, all of that, right? People hate the messenger, praise y'all. They hate the messenger because they hate the message, right? You hate the messenger because you hate the message. And that's a natural thing because when you listen to someone who is in this current administration in the US, you hate the messenger. Why? Why do you hate that messenger? Because you hate their message and everything they stand for, right? There are a lot of messages out here to be hated. A lot. But the one message that should be loved is the message of YAH. That should be loved, but it's hated the most. Tell me why people hate the Most High's message the most. Why is that? Does that make sense to you? Why people would just refuse to do the right thing? No one wants to do the right thing, except a few. And then you call those people the problem because they don't want to deal with you. Don't you know that? The righteous don't want to deal with the wicked. You can't find good people in the world because good people don't want to deal with the wicked. Don't you understand that? Nobody wants anything to do with you. You can't even stand yourselves. You see what's happening with y'all? Your relationships are all falling apart. Y'all can't even stand each other. Look how you deal with each other in the workplace. Can't even work together. You're wicked. Wickedness never stands because someone is always out to get someone else. Duh. Right? Let's go to Psalm 146. Psalm chapter 146. Okay. Now let's start at verse 9. And it says, Yah preserves the strangers, he relieveth the fatherless and widow. But the way of the wicked he turns upside down. You know what's happening to your current system? It's being turned upside down. You understand? Because what you don't understand is what's been turned upside down is being turned right side up. Do you understand? That's what you fail to understand. That's what you fail to realize is that what's been turned upside down is being turned right side up. That's why the wicked ways will be turned upside down because that's where you belong. Down, not up. When you have all this wickedness in you and you're just bent on ruining the lives of others. You're just bent on doing what you have to do to gain what you need to gain to everyone else's detriment. You're just bent on ill will. The Most High is going to make it eat you up inside. I hope it does. I hope it eats you from the inside out. I really do. Whoever you are. Because there's no excuse to ever try and pervert the laws of the Creator. No excuse whatsoever. You cannot say, oh, well, it's my upbringing. It's how I was. Everybody had a rough upbringing. And those of us who didn't, they've experienced something. But we've all had hard lives. We've all been through the struggle. The Most High is making it very clear. That's why He's bringing all this stuff down. He's bringing you down because He wants you to understand the struggle. The struggle that we've been going through, everybody's feeling it now. It's being turned upside down. Why? Because the Most High wants you to understand your ways aren't right. The Most High had you up for a time. Even if you were just out there being wicked because you figured, oh, this is how you make money. That's still wicked. Because what is money? What is money at the end of the day? In the latter end? What does money profit you? Will money be worth anything when the Most High crashes everything? You have to think beyond that, right? You have to be able to step outside of the box, in the maze, in the race, to nowhere. You have to be able to think outside of that. Because if you're not able to think outside of that, then you ever feel the need to change. You're comfortable in your little slot wicked system. That's why there's no revolution with that mentality. There's no revolution with that spirit. Because you're comfortable in a wicked system. If you're comfortable in a wicked system, you're not going to want a revolution. You're not going to want things to change. You can loudmouth and say all the things. It's easier said than done. People talk, 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 talk. They say all these things, but are they really about it though? Do they really want to change their ways? Do they really want the system to change? Do they really want these things, or are they just venting because they're upset that the system that they once trusted in stabbed them in the back? Because those who really want change themselves. They change themselves. It takes everyone to change themselves and turn from their wicked ways for any change to occur. So as long as you're seeing this slow motion, just understand you have a lot of people who still haven't given up their wickedness. They want to keep it going. I mean, this system is the same system that manufactured generational curses over and over and over and over and over. This slave system is the same system. And you're still upholding it. You're still wanting it to stand and flourish, and even though it's collapsing right on your head, but you don't see anything wrong with that because this is where you're comfortable, right? Your faith is in the system. That is your faith. Your all of your faith and all of your loyalty is to the system, an evil, wicked system, which is why you have so much faith in voting. I don't care what anybody ever says about voting. I will never vote. I will never vote. Why? Why will I never vote? Because your votes don't count, as you can see. They just don't. Biden could have cheated if he wanted to, but they decided that Trump was going to be president. Simple as that. You don't matter. You really think that you matter as a person with no money? They're letting you see that right now, that the poor doesn't matter. You don't matter. So, yeah, keep voting because that's what you're good at, voting. You're not good at starting revolutions and changing things. You're good at voting. And where has voting ever gotten any of y'all? Where? Because the majority of people are still poor. After all those decades of voting, the majority of people are still poor. Whether you want to acknowledge it as poor or middle class or whatever, you're not rich, right? You don't have as much money as the rich, right? Or resources. The majority of people. So, again, we're going to go over that definition of insanity. You do the same thing over and over and over, expecting a different result, and you don't get it. They say that's the definition of insanity. I can see the mental defect in that. Voting is not going to get y'all anywhere. It never has. People died for you to vote. Well, it's a fool there. That's all I can say. Because I would never put my life on the line for an artificial system. And that doesn't mean they weren't a good person. They died for you to vote. Maybe they thought they were doing a good thing. But it wasn't wise because it hasn't helped anyone. So, let's get back to the Most High's word. Let's go to Psalm 37. Psalm chapter 37. And let's start at the first verse. Let's start at the first verse. So fret not yourself because of evildoers, neither be you envious against the workers of iniquity. Let that sink in. All right, y'all. I'm gonna be right back. Hold on. Let me read it one more time. Fret not yourself because of evildoers. Don't worry about them. Neither be you envious against the workers of iniquity. Don't envy what they have. They got a nice car, they got a nice house, nice wife, nice this, that, whatever the case. Don't be envious. We're gonna get into it. All right, hold on. Okay, let's get back into it. All right, so yeah, I hope you let that soak in for a little bit, that first verse, right? Because we about to explain why verse 2, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass. You understood that, you can comprehend that, right? And wither as the green herb. The Most High is letting you know that they're going to get cut down, cut off, they're going to fade away. And so don't worry about all of that because those things don't last forever. The Most High lets you know what's going to last forever, what's going to remain. He said, the new heavens, the new earth, and your name is going to last and remain before Yah forever. But uh, what the wicked got going on, what the evildoers got going on, it's temporary, it's vain, it's artificial. And as you can see, while you're putting your faith into it, they're trying to cover it up and put a band aid over it, but you can't hide the fact that it's crashing rapidly. It's crashing rapidly. Hold on. What is this? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Oh, okay. All right, one second, one second. Okay, so yeah. Like I said, it's crashing rapidly. You can't hide it, right? You cannot hide it. Um, no matter how much the media tries to cover it up and sugarcoat it and all of that. The cold hard truth is that it's going to hell. This this way of life is dead, right? And it can't be revived. Verse 3. Trust in Yah and do good, so shall you dwell in the land, and verily you shall be fed. I would much rather trust in the Creator because the Most High had us in even the wilderness, right? The Most High fed us and clothed us and cleaned us and all of these things. The Most High sheltered us, guided us, protected us, blessed us, loved us, right? The Most High did all these things for us in the wilderness. So, yeah, of course, I want to put my faith in the Creator because no matter where you are, the Most High is going to have your back, no matter where you go. I understand. I've been homeless before. That didn't change my outlook on life because I mean it changed the way that I dealt with people. Let me say that because I learned very quickly that you cannot trust anyone, right? You can't. You just can't. Um, and that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing because all of your trust should go in the one who created you, not in any man, because no man created you. The Most High created you, right? Um, verse 4. Delight yourself also in Yah, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. Delight yourself also in Yah, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. Delight in Yah, because he will give you the desires of your heart. You understand? It's Yah that will give you the desires of your heart. Verse 5. Commit your way unto Yah. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Verse 6. And he shall bring forth your righteousness as the light, and your judgment as the noonday. Rest in Yah, and wait patiently for him. Fret not yourself because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who brought wicked devices to pass. Don't look. Don't worry about the man who prospered in his way because he was a con man, because he was a scammer. He's making all this money. He was doing things the bad way, the wrong way. When you're in a system that's rigged, it's expected that you have to do things the wrong way. Don't you know that? It's by design. So why would you fall into that trap? It's a snare. Obviously, that's a snare. They want you to do the wrong thing. Duh. Who would set up such a system? Except someone who's wicked. And you keep going by the wicked rule. You don't see anything wrong with it. This is how you determine if you're wicked. If you don't see anything wrong with the current system, if you don't see that the current system is not good and never has been, see, you can't just say just since this current administration got into the office that now it's bad. No, 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 no. You have to be willing to admit that it's always been bad. And it's never been a system that benefited anyone but the wicked. See, when you go out there and you make an honest living and you go and say you make something out of yourself, you do things the honest way. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the majority. The majority, keyword majority. Because that tells you what the system is based on. It's the baseline, the foundation. It's based off of majority rules, right? So if the majority of people are poor and the majority of the rich are wicked, that tells you what you have to be in order to succeed. So copying their ways so that you can get to their status is not something that you should be trying to do. You should be trying to move far away from that way of life and thinking. I have to sell my soul. I have to be wicked. I have to do all of, willing to do anything almost to get the dollar. The almighty dollar, right? And don't give me that crap about, well, everybody, listen, if the majority of the rich were not wicked, the world wouldn't be struggling and suffering as it is today. Don't let them pull the wool over your eyes. Keep that veil over your eyes and trick you. Oh no, we've got good people out here. Sure, you might have some rich people here and there that might do good, but the majority of the rich are wicked. That is why the world is not balanced. Come on, y'all. They show you time and time again once you gain a certain, uh, when you get to a certain financial bracket, that you can wield power. When you get to a certain status, you're able to uh, rule somewhere in the kingdoms of men. And if you're ruling and you have all the resources and the money, and yet people are suffering where you're ruling, that means you're wicked. Come on. I need y'all to put these dots together, connect these dots, right? You're being ruled by the wicked. And you're going to continue being ruled by the wicked as long as you stay in your wicked ways. You're going to die with the wicked as long as you stay in your wicked ways and you don't truly change. You don't truly come out and tell the truth. You don't truly follow the laws of the Creator. We're here to glorify the Creator. Give Yah all the glory. Tell the truth. The black people of the transatlantic slave trade are the Hebrew Israelites. Period. Point blank, period. We need to turn from our own wicked ways and do what thus saith Yah. Do that which is right in the sight of the Creator. And if you can't accept that, well, you're going to suffer and then you're going to perish. A lot of us have been suffering. You understand? A lot of us have been suffering. But the suffering that is about to occur is going to be like no other. Can you imagine a world of suffering? Because people refuse to humble themselves before the Creator. The truth is out there. The Most High told you we're in the age of knowledge. Knowledge has been increased. You've gotten the knowledge, you've received the message. But can you actually tell the truth? Is it in you to tell the truth? We shall see. Verse 8. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not yourself in any wise to do evil. Right? Cease from anger and forsake wrath. I really had to work on that. I'm still working on that. Do you understand? I'm still working on that. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Praise Yah. You know how hard it is not to get angry? To forsake wrath? Do you know how hard that is? It takes discipline. Do you understand? It takes a lot of discipline. A lot. To just cease from anger. That's a part of being humble. And I'm still working on my humility. You understand? As we all should be. Verse 9. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon Yah, they shall inherit the earth. You see that? Those who wait upon Yah shall inherit the earth. So if you're not speaking this, you're not speaking anything. You're not saying anything if you're not speaking this. It's all about the Creator. The evildoers shall be cut off. So no matter how you think you might be tricking people and changing the narrative wherever you are, and cherry picking and all that stuff people like to do, if you're not speaking the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, you're going to be cut off. There's nothing hard about speaking the truth. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is because I just said I'm working on my humility still, right? Maybe there's people out there that's still working on uh telling the truth. Maybe they have a hard time not lying. I don't know. I don't know. But the Most High said you're gonna get cut off. Verse 10. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yeah, you shall diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. The wicked shall not be. So keep following the wicked and trusting in the wicked system if you want to. The wicked ain't gonna be found. You're gonna be looking for the wicked, and the wicked ain't gonna be nowhere in sight. They're gonna have them everlasting worms all up in their bodies with an everlasting, uh, eternal food supply. Now where are they at? They ain't walking around here. They ain't on the new earth. Verse 10. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yeah, you shall diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. That is where peace comes from. Peace on earth comes from the Creator, not any man's kingdom. The meek shall inherit the earth. The humble, right? And you know, humble is more than just about being able to control your anger. Humble is a whole lot of things. It's a whole lot of things, like taking accountability, showing respect and honor to your elders, your mother and your father. Definitely not having any idols before the Creator. Humility, humbleness is a whole lot of things. You understand? So just take that into consideration. Um, verse 12. The wicked plot against the just, and gnash upon him with his teeth. Yah shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. So while you're attacking the people that are trying to do right, the Most High is looking at your end come. I just recently experienced that. Praise Yah. While you're trying to plot on the just, you're trying to plot on people who are doing the right thing, your end is near. And it says, Yah shall laugh at him. So it's not that the Most High has delight in your death. It's not that the Most High is celebrating your death and all these things, because the Most High would rather you turn back. But don't you know, when someone's doing something so evil and trying to harm someone that without cause has done nothing to them, um, it's funny when that person ends up in their own pit. It is. Because that's a fool, an evil fool. So there you go. That mental defect, foolishness. But then your heart is wicked on top of that. Not a good combination. That's not a good combination. You should be trying to do as righteous or righteously as possible. I mean, you should be. That's the right thing, right? Verse 14. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. They don't even like your righteous conversations. They want to kill you for having a righteous conversation. That is just wicked. Like, I can't even, I cannot, see, just like the wicked can't understand when you're trying to do the right thing, I can't understand wanting to always be bent on, or always being bent on destroying someone who's trying to do the right thing. Like, I cannot understand that mindset. I can't understand that type of heart or spirit. You're bent on destroying someone doing right. Sounds like a child predator to me. And that's how I look at all of these wicked folks that want to harm innocents, or they want to harm someone who's trying to do right. You hate children. You hate the future generations. You definitely hate the Most High. You hate anything that is right. You hate anything that is light. You hate anything that is pure. That is wicked. You want to slay someone just for having a righteous conversation. People who talk about doing the right things in the earth. Getting all angry and bent out of shape, and it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. I was just talking about the majority of the rich in this system that's rigged. But there are a lot of wicked poor people because they're trying to get to that rich status. But what you don't realize is they're only going to allow so many people up there. They're not going to allow everybody up there. They don't even want everybody up there. They want people to look down on. Don't you understand that? But you're foolish and you're wicked. So in your heart, you decided it's best to uphold wickedness. It's best to uplift wicked politicians, wicked men. This is what's best because I feel the same wickedness in my heart that they have. So, no, I don't feel sorry for everybody. I can't because I know that everybody is not genuine. Everybody is not sincere. Everybody is not trying to do the right thing, rich or poor. I was watching a news clip the other day about how Elon Musk is now trying to buy sympathy. I'm talking about how he was on drugs and paying these media outlets to try to remedy his or do damage control with his reputation. And I'm just like, he's got the money to do it, right? Pay people off. Don't you know how many people are on all types of street drugs and they're actually living on the street? I can care less about Elon Musk's drug problem. He chose to snort that coke and pop those pills or whatever the heck he's doing. It's a choice. I have no sympathy for him. Why? Because he has no sympathy for me. And he has no sympathy for anyone else but himself. So who cares? But they'd rather talk about that than talk about keeping the laws of YAH, right? And my people all out there on the streets all the time, sleeping on park benches and bus stops. And a lot of them not even by their, own choice. So I'm not even gonna get into all of that. But no, who would feel sorry for someone that's a billionaire that uh, does harm to the poor and needy, and the fatherless and the widow, and then on top of that they use drugs by choice, so they don't have to feel all of that guilt from all the wickedness that they do, so they can continue doing it, right? So in verse 15 it says, "Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bow shall be broken. A little that a righteous man has is better than the riches of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but Yah upholds the righteous." The little that the people that want to do right have is better than the riches of the many wicked, or of many wicked. It's better than the riches of many wicked. If the Creator is saying that, then That's what it is. Just because a man has changed the narrative and tried to make it seem like he's more powerful than the creator, and his word is the word over the creators, his way is the way over the creators, doesn't make it true. No matter how many times, have you ever heard that saying? No matter how loud you say it, no matter how many times you say it, doesn't mean it's true. Right? And they are the loudest and they say it the most. If you ain't like them, you ain't if you ain't got it like them, you ain't nothing. But the creator didn't say that. The most high, God, said, a little that a righteous man has is better than the riches of many wicked. Verse 17, for the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but Yah upholds the righteous. The creator upholds the righteous, which is why we don't put our faith in man. You're not supposed to put your faith in man when it comes to your salvation, when it comes to your life. You're supposed to put that into who gave it to you, who gave you your life, right? Verse 18, Yah knows the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. And they'll call you crazy. They'll call you crazy because you're just telling the truth. They'll call you crazy because you actually trust in the one who created you. Because you actually trust in the creator, because you're not, see, they won't call you crazy for worshiping many entities. Look, listen, I want y'all to hear something right now. People love diviners, diviners, whatever, uh, people that call themselves prophetess and goddess and gods. They trust these people who tell these dreams and say that God brought them dreams and told them to tell you something, and they'll trust in these people that read tarot cards as if they're not crazy because they believe these people have some special connection to power because I did these things. But these same people could not predict the fall of Babylon. These same people, unless of course they were going into our book. They had to been going into our book. Christians too. Swiping up out of our book. You had to go to our book to reference anything like that. Because you're not going to get that in any of these religions. Where the Most High told you the daughter of Babylon was going to be destroyed. I don't know where that's in any other religion, any other book. And I don't call worshiping the creator of religion. I call it life. Because that's what it is. That's what it should be. Worshiping your creator should be a part of your life. It should be normal. But people call you crazy for that. They won't call you crazy when you're like, I heebie jeebie had a dream. The God came to me and told me to tell you that the people that you're dealing with in your life right now, I mean, it's just so generic and cheesy and cliche. When do y'all get tired of hearing the same smooth words over and over and over and over? Yeah, that felt good. Yep. You know what? Such and such did do that. They did. Why do you think that all these people that are uh practicing witchcraft are able to quote unquote predict all of these horrible things around you? Could it be because the majority of people are wicked? And the game of wickedness is so played out that you know all the ways of wickedness. I just know you got a person in your life that's trying to start some drama. I just know you do. I just know that you got somebody that's in your life that's trying to harm you. I just know it. How do you how do you know that? I just know that your spouse ain't treating you right. How do you know that? How do you know these things? You know these things for one, they have this thing called algorithms, right? They look at your habits on the internet, and because this technology is something, it is very advanced technology, and they spy on you with it too, with the ads and all of that. They're just learning your ways. They're seeing, how many people in your household, how many kids you got, what you got going on, right? And whatever you got going on, whatever pertains to you, they're going to push that stuff out to you. They're going to push it. And the people that you go to out there with these tarot card readings, they're just as generic because they know that you have someone wicked around you as well. They're wicked. Don't you understand that? Everybody that you're dealing with is wicked. Everybody that you're dealing with is definitely a sinner. We're all sinners, right? And so it's very easy to call out wickedness when you see it. It's very easy because it's done frequently. It's not anything new. But can anyone give YAH all the glory? Can anyone do that? Verse 19. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of YAH shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume, into smoke shall they consume away. The wicked borrows and pays not again, but the righteous shows mercy and gives. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. Hold on a second. Okay. Um, Verse 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by YAH, and he delights in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for YAH upholds him with his hand. I have been young, and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. He is ever merciful, and lends, and his seed is blessed. Praise YAH. Depart from evil and do good and dwell forevermore. See, this is the key right here. The Most High tells you over and over to depart from evil and do good. And it seems like evil is so hard for a lot of people to depart from. And to just do the right thing. Stop treating each other horribly. Stop harming each other. Stop scamming each other. Stop robbing each other. Stop. Uh, just stop. Killing each other. All of that. Stop. Just stop it. What's so hard about that? It's not hard. Maybe you need to stay to yourself and get away from people. Maybe that's what you need to do in order to not be so wicked and change your heart. Maybe you need to stay away from people. That's what I had to do. I had to learn to stay away from people, right? Stay away from them. And then maybe you'll start getting somewhere. Maybe being an introvert is not such a bad thing for a lot of people. If you have a wicked heart and you feel like you want to hurt people, and I mean without cause. I don't mean, you don't like seeing wickedness. I mean you are the wicked and you feel like just harming people without cause and ruining other people. You just need to stay away from people. If you truly want to change, of course, right? Um Verse 28. For Yah loves judgment and forsakes not his saints. They are preserved forever. But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. So while you're talking about having a traditional family, having traditional families and all these things, and you're still wicked hearted, you're not going to have that because your seed is going to be cut off. Meaning you're not going to be in the kingdom of the Creator to continue your seed. Verse 29. The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speaks wisdom, and his tongue talks of judgment. The law of his Elohim is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. So it's something that is just a part of you. It's innate. It's in your heart. You understand? The law of Yah is innate. Okay? Copying righteous ways and practicing righteous ways will convert your soul. It's not fake when you are out there helping others. If you feel like you're fake and all, you're not fake. Okay? Unless, of course, you're helping others and then you go back and run and harm someone after without cause. That's fake. No, that's fake. You're not fake because you feel awkward doing these things sometimes in the beginning, right? You're not awkward. I mean, you're not fake. You're practicing righteous ways. And when you get used to it, eventually it won't feel awkward anymore because your soul will be converted. You'll feel the change. You'll feel renewed. You'll feel refreshed because now it's like, ah, oh, yeah, it feels good. This actually feels good, right? I mean, I can't say I've ever felt awkward helping others. So I can't tell you how that truly feels, but I'm just trying to give you like a maybe that's what it is. Maybe you feel awkward when you help others. Maybe you feel like you're being fake because you know how wicked you are and what you're capable of and all those things. I don't know. But practice makes perfect, right? Verse 32. The wicked watch the righteous and seek to slay him. Yah will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. So while you're watching the righteous, to slay the righteous, the Most High is watching you to slay you. And that's why you never see it coming because you don't have that connection built with your Creator. That's what's lacking in your life. That's what's missing. That's why you feel like there's a void in you. Something is missing in you because it is. You are living for all the wrong reasons. I mean, you're supposed to be living to turn back to the Most High, right? This is what we all should be doing. Verse 33 or verse 34. Wait on Yah and keep his way, and he shall exalt you to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, you shall see it. So if you want to be left, you know, in that number doing as thou wilt, and not turning back to the Most High. And it feels really redundant, because I keep saying it over and over and over. Because I'm going to say this and then I'm going to let it go. Because before I was talking about wicked Israel, now I'm talking about the wicked world. I'm talking about wicked people in general. So I'm going to relay this and then I'm going to keep it moving, because I don't really like repeating myself over and over and over about something that is very elementary, something that children can do, right? Just having some morals, right? I think that's hard for a lot of the wicked, to have morals, because they enjoy wickedness too much, you know? So, verse 35, I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yeah, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. But the transgressions, or the transgressors, shall be destroyed together, and the end of the wicked shall be cut off. So, if you're out here sinning and you're lost, get it together. If you know that you don't have a wicked heart, like you're not intentionally trying to be rebellious, like some things you just know, it's just like, yeah, no, I'm definitely not doing that. There are things that are beneath you, because with the wicked, nothing is beneath them. They'll do anything. No, I'm talking to the sinners, people that they're just sinners, right? You're lost. You weren't raised right. You just jumped off the porch, and now you're trying to find your way, right? You're sinning and practicing ways opposite of what you've been taught would be the best thing to do, especially at a time like this. Especially now. You understand? Because this system is no longer benefiting the wicked. See, it was benefiting the wicked in the past. And now the wicked are all falling together, rich and poor. They're all going to fall and perish together. All the wicked. And so copying the cool kids is no longer the standard. You're going to have to copy the ways of the righteous ancients, those before you. Copy those ways of the righteous ancients, not just any ancestor, right? Because the cool kids were just born just like you. They don't know anything. They're brand new, just like you. So copying their ways, it ain't gonna work. And copying the ways of the wicked ancestors that have been running this evil system, those ways are over too. They're not cool. They're not good. They're not right. And it's time for it to fall. Praise Yah. Verse 39. But the salvation of the righteous is of Yah. He is their strength in the time of trouble. And Yah shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them, because they trust in him. Okay? So praise Yah for that message. It was important enough for the Most High to have in his word, so it's important enough to study it and understand it. Right? Let's go to Nahum, verse 1. The book of Nahum. Nahum, or Nahum. And let's start at verse 1. It says, the burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum, the Elkoshite. Elohim is jealous, and Yah revenges. Yah revenged and is furious. Yah will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserves wrath for his enemies. Yah is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Yah has his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. So, although Yah is slow to anger and great in power, although the Most High is slow to anger, the Most High is great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Okay? Yah takes vengeance on his adversaries. Yah reserves wrath for his enemies. So when you see all of these horrible things happening in the world, just understand Yah, the Creator, reserves wrath for his enemies. When things are out of whack and out of balance and all these catastrophic disasters are happening all around the world, we have to understand that this is the Creator doing these things. It's not just some global warming or climate change. Of course, these are generic terms. Again, climate change is a very generic term. Yes, we know the climate is changing, but why? Yes, we know there's global warming, but why? That's the question that never gets answered, right? So you have a name for something very broad, but you don't have a reason for it. And you'll say, oh, it's because we're polluting the ocean. It's because you're polluting the world. It's because you perverted the Most High's law. You polluted the law, polluted the sanctuary, the holiness of the Holy One. It's not just about trash in the ocean and rockets in the ozone layer. It's about GMOs, cloning, doing all of these things against the Most High that we're not supposed to be doing. The Most High already told us that when the priests polluted the sanctuary, the priests of Israel, they were cursed. So that tells you how important it is to keep the laws of Yah, how important it is to keep the laws of the Creator. And it's like, sometimes you feel like you're talking to the dead, you're talking to a bunch of zombies. This is why I have the thumbnail that I have. It feels like you're talking to a brick wall because it's like it goes in one ear and out the other. It's like, oh yeah, I heard brains. But are you going to actually change? Are you going to actually do what you're supposed to do? Everyone collectively. No one is on one accord. Everybody, see, because y'all talk about all of this unity because you're trying to save the daughter of Babylon. But you're not talking about unity in the Most High Yah. See, because that is another way that we can tell. We can sit here and we can talk about unity all day, but if you're not talking about unity outside of Babylon, we're not talking about anything. We're talking about unity to boycott. We're talking about unity to curse out the racists, I guess. I don't know. Fight back with the racists. I don't know. But are you talking about unity to bring down the system? Where is that unity? Because I don't see anyone talking about that. I just don't. No one's talking about overturning the wicked system. Nobody's talking about banding together to come out of her, to come out of Babylon, except the Hebrews. Nobody is talking about uniting to keep the laws of Yah. Where are those discussions, conversations? That's what the Most High wants us to talk about, because all glory goes to the Creator. And if we're not showing or giving glory to the Creator, right, then we're not talking about anything. Because all of these other things are just vanity. It's vain. Yeah, I boycott this store, but I'm still planning on going to another store in this system, right? It's hypocritical at the end of the day. It's very hypocritical. It's not about that. What it's about is keeping the laws of the Creator. That's what it's about. Now, if you said you were going to boycott all the stores, now you're talking. Okay, I'm not going to go to any of these stores, period. And you do that collectively, now we're getting somewhere, because that is the system. The system is made up with all this capitalism, right? They call it this capitalism. Then I could understand. Now you're getting, but one store here, the couple stores there, that's not doing anything, because what you're waiting for Babylon to change in your favor, is what you're doing. You're not waiting for the Most High Yah. And the Most High already told you what would happen to those who wait upon Yah, the Creator. You're not waiting on Yah. You're waiting for America to change for the better. And what kind of reward is that? How is that going to reward anyone? Truly reward you? You're still going to have the same sucky health care and all these health problems. They're still going to be messing with your food and poisoning your water. There's still going to be climate change, quote unquote, and global warming and all of these things, right? None of that is going to change. You're still going to have all these wars going on. There's not going to be any peace on earth. You're still going to have the wicked running around. So who does it benefit but the wicked to keep this system going? Let's go to Genesis, and let's start in let's read in chapter 2, uh verse 17. Genesis chapter 2 verse 17. It says, "But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat of it, for in the day that you eat thereof you shall surely die." That was not metaphorical. That was not allegorical or anything. The Most High told you, the day that you eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, you shall surely die. And what do we do today? We die. And then we sit here and we say, well, that's a whole lot of stuff in this Bible is just, symbolism and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, yeah, there are a lot of things that are symbolism. But we die today. We die. And we're so used to dying because we haven't seen it not happen since the beginning of time, since ever, right? That now it's like, oh, well, that's just a part of life. That's not a part of life. Death is not a part of life. The Most High told you you had a tree of life and you had a tree of knowledge of good and evil. Those are two separate trees, right? Two separate foundations to base your way of living on. The Most High told you with the tree of life, you live forever. With the tree of knowledge of good and evil, you die. Death is not a part of life. These are two separate things. But we would rather have evil and die and accept that than the law of the Creator and live. But you call people like me crazy, right? So let's move on. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 18. Let me get to Ezekiel chapter 18. Call me crazy, but I think you're crazy. Okay? I think you're the crazy one. Because to want to continue to live in hell because you've gotten used to it and you've got grown comfortable with hell, that's crazy to me. I just don't understand. But anywho, well, this is the reality. This is the reality now. Yeah, this is reality now. But it can change. Did you know that? We're on a place called Earth that was not created by any man, but by supernatural forces. But you call me crazy. I think you're crazy, right? Ezekiel 18, and I'm going to start at verse 21. But if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he has committed, and keep all my statutes, and do that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live. He will not die. Did you see that? Hmm? Did you see it? That's not true. Well, I can't convince you, can I, Mr. Know It All, Mrs. Smarty Pants? I can't convince you anyway, nor would I try to. It's totally up to you what you choose to base your life upon, or what you choose to base your life on, right? We all have choices in this life. And if you choose to go that way, and I choose to go this way, it is what it is, right? Just don't complain about it later. Just like what they say, if you don't vote, don't complain. Well, if you don't follow the laws of YAH, don't complain. If you don't want to turn from your wicked ways, don't complain. Don't complain that all these things are happening to you right now in this current system if you refuse to do right. If you refuse to tell the truth. If you refuse to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And acknowledge YAH. And acknowledge the laws of the Creator. Do not complain about the things that are happening. Because the Creator is in charge of everything. Whether man acknowledges that or fails to acknowledge it. Isaiah chapter 55. As a matter of fact, let me continue in verse 22 of Ezekiel 18. I'm going to just continue on to verse 23. It says, all his transgressions that he has committed, they shall not be mentioned unto him. In his righteousness that he has done, he shall live. Have I any pity at all that the wicked should die? Saith Yah Elohim, and not that he should return from his ways and live? You see? The Most High said, have I any pleasure at all that the wicked should die? Any pleasure. The Most High has no pleasure in the wicked dying. You understand? None. At all. Because the Creator created you. Don't you think that's how a creator would talk? A God would talk? It's not gonna affect the creator anyway. It's not gonna make the creator uh change in any way. Because the creator created you. So why would the creator have pleasure in you dying? The creator loves the creator's creation. He can hate now. Don't get me wrong. And that's why he will completely destroy. Right? He will completely destroy. The Most High can definitely hate you in all of your ways. And does. And this is why it's better to just do the right thing. Because this is not your world. This is not your earth. You did not create this earth. Let's go to Isaiah 55. We're going to start wrapping it up. Isaiah chapter 55. And let's read verse 6, starting at 6. Seek ye Yah while he may be found. Call you upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto Yah, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our Elohim, for he will abundantly pardon. So listen, that's not a verse to take lightly. In verse 6, when it says, Seek ye Yah while he may be found. Do you understand? You can't find something that's standing right in front of you. It's too late. You can't find something that's right there on top of you, something that's right there in front of you. You cannot. It's too late. So you find something that you have to seek out. You have to search out. The Most High is letting us know that He's given us this time. This is why you don't need to be worrying about, well, when is the time going to end? When is so I know how much time I have? You don't. You don't have the time. Period. You don't have the time. The time is now. Seek you the Creator while He may be found. If you don't seek the Creator while He may be found, when the Most High repays you face to face, there is no compromise. There is no negotiating. The Most High is not a man. It's over for you. There's no, wait. Can we shake hands on this? There's none of that. Ain't none of that. Do you understand? The Most High is being merciful. When the Most High hides His face, when the Most High can still be sought out and found. That's a glorious thing. It's a beautiful thing that the Most High has given us this mercy, this time to do the right thing. Because as you can see, that time is dwindling quickly, right? So don't take that time for granted. Let the wicked man forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto Yah, and He will have mercy upon him, and to our Elohim, for He will abundantly pardon. So there's no half stepping. You got to turn all the way back. Like the Christians like to say, lukewarm, and you can't serve two masters and all of this stuff. They serve three, right? Yah is one, and you should seek Yah while He may be found. That's a warning. That's an urgent warning, just in case you didn't realize what that scripture was. This is an urgent warning to the wicked, to us all. You understand? A message that should not be taken lightly. I'm going to go to the last psalm. The last psalm. As a matter of fact, that was the last psalm. Okay, so that's all the scriptures I have for that today. Of course, there are more scriptures, but I said I wasn't going to be on here long. And I just wanted to let y'all know that because it is urgent that we turn our hearts to what is right and forget the ways that we were taught that were wrong. It is very urgent that we do that in this time that we're living in. while we're in this age of knowledge, seek the Creator while the Creator may be found. There's someone on here. Hold on. Hey, what's up, Alade? Most High is your strength, beautiful sister. More strength. More strength to you too, brother. Praise Yah. All love and righteousness. And I hope that everything is well where you are on your side of the earth, and that one day all of our people that want to do the right thing can come together and serve the Creator and keep the Creator's law throughout the earth, so that the law of the Creator that was intended to be on this earth can flourish. And it will. Praise the Almighty Yah. Continue to do the right thing. I did not forget about the Bible study topics. I will have another topic soon up. And shalom.